Okay, we're live.
Mhm.
All right, to any folks who are listening or watching us, as chairperson of the Jefferson County Health Department Board of Trustees, I am going to call a special meeting to order. This is January 21st. The meeting was scheduled for 3 p.m. We had some technical difficulties in being able to transmit it live. That should be working now. So we'll be convening at, I have 3:19. And just one quick comment. Due to the current conditions associated with COVID-19, specifically the level of transmission going on and the presence of variant types of the virus, following the guidance of the Missouri Attorney General's office, the board will conduct its meeting virtually and not physically meet at the health center. And so that's what we're doing today. And again, a call to order. So can we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Deal,
Here.
Dr. Henry,
Here.
Mr. Prater,
Here.
Mr. Pig,
I am here.
Ms. Davis.
Okay, we have a quorum. And first thing we'd like to do is read the Health Department mission and vision. Dr. Henry, could you do that, please?
Sure. The mission is JCHD will champion positive health outcomes and behaviors through innovative programs and community engagement. And the vision is advancing the health and safety of Jefferson County.
Okay, thank you. Next, I'll ask for approval of the agenda. And I believe we have a amendment.
Yes, under new business, the extension expiration would be changed to February 25th, 2021.
Okay, so that just changes the date of the expiration of the extended order. So can I have a motion to?
I just
Sorry.
want to clarify, that was actually a misprint on the actual agenda, not necessarily in the document itself, correct?
Correct.
I second that motion.
Did we have a motion?
I made the motion.
Okay, I'm sorry. So we have a motion and second to approve the agenda. Any discussion? Okay, hearing none, the agenda is approved.
If the-
And, oh, I'm sorry, we need a vote. I'm sorry.
the amendment.
Jetty, could we have a vote on the approving the agenda?
Mr. Deal,
Yes.
Dr. Henry,
Yes.
Mr. Prater,
Yes.
Mr. Pig,
Yes.
Ms. Davis.
Okay, thank you. Next item is new business. First item is consideration of an extension of the expiration date for Health Director Order 20-11-25-11 to February 25th, 2021. So do we have any discussion on an extension of the order?
I make a motion to extend the expiration of the order to February 25th, 2021.
Before we get into that, I have a question, and maybe I should ask this previously, but under new business, we have 1 and 2. What are the differences between those two?
I can actually answer that. For purposes of conducting your meeting, you should always have basically a line in for discussion of a proposed action and then the actual action itself. So that's why you have it. They are both concerning the extension of the order, but one is
Okay,
basically the deliberation of it, and then number 2 is the actual vote.
okay. Thank you for that clarification. I will second the motion.
Okay, so there are no questions or comments considering the order. So we have a motion and a second for consideration. Hearing none, can we have a vote on that, please?
Sorry. Mr. Deal,
Yes.
Dr. Henry,
Yes.
Mr. Prater,
No.
Mr. Pig,
Yes,
Ms. Davis.
Okay, so that motion passes. So the second part of that is to act on extending the terms of the order.
No,
Again,
you just did number 2. So you had consideration. So number 1 would have taken into account any deliberation that you would have had. You just did number 2, act on recommendation. So it's director's recommendation to extend. That's number 1. And number 2 is the board's acting on the recommendation. So you just did that.
all right, so I'm confused. So I presume now we should actually have some we just voted on, so we can discuss it now. Is that what we're doing?
Number 1 is not an action item. Number 2 is your action item. Number 2 is when you vote. So whenever the president said, do we have any discussion of this? And there was no discussion, you went through number 1, now you're at number 2. Act on the recommendation.
Okay.
so can I ask if we have any questions or comments?
I just have one question. I'm making a presumption that nothing has changed in the order other than extending it out to February 25th, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Also, Christy, does the number of the order change or not?
You will give this a new number.
Okay, do we have that?
I think Jetty has that.
It is 21-01-21-01.
Okay, so we have approval of that order. And that completes our agenda.
No, is it? Don't we have to have a vote on that? We still have to make a motion correct?
No, you did it already. Whenever Dr. Henry made the motion to approve the extension of the order, that was number 2. So initially, Mr. Deal said, I know it's different than how you guys normally do
Yeah,
your
it is. It's a lot different.
So, but that's actually how you need to be putting it on your agenda, so that there is a recommendation coming from the director. And Mr. Deal said, does anybody have any discussion on the recommendation? There wasn't any. Dr. Henry went ahead and said, I move
I'm
to.
fine. It just seems like I thought we saw another vote, but okay, never mind. If you're good, I'm good.
I'm good.
Okay, so again, for folks listening, we have our regular January meeting scheduled for a week from today, which would be the 25th, I believe. Is that right?
28th.
28th, I'm sorry. And so can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion, we have a second.
I second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, this meeting's adjourned, and we'll see everyone next week. Thanks, everybody.